Hey, we're playing Faithful Then, Faithful Now this week, and there aren't many tutorials online for it yet. So I'm going to give you visual reference to how I voiced the parts that I laid into our EG1 tracks, just so that you have a visual reference for what you're hearing. So the opening riff, I'm going to play it in the original key of A, just keep it simple. Opening riff is this. Now the question is, are they going, or are they going? And it's almost like, I think that those two notes, those two high notes, are flammed a little bit, but maybe not as much as going. So I think it's 6 1 half dozen the other, how you end up voicing or pick attacking that. If you flam those two notes, quick or slow, I think either one's going to be fine. I think, kind of prefer the slower one. So for me, it's going to be. Now look, if Elevation comes out and says something different, awesome. I'm actually looking forward to that. I kind of want to see how they're voicing it, but I just had to make this stuff up. So that's the opening riff. Let's go to verse 1. For verse 1, I turn on a dual delay. Sounds like this. If you have headphones on, you can hear it kind of ping-ponging back and forth. That's a quarter note into a dotted eighth. The part then will sound like. Now with a part like that, I think that delay is doing a lot of heavy lifting. So I want to play it no delay, so you can hear what's actually being played, because I know sometimes that's tricky to pick out. Something like that. So that's the verse 1 part. It is so important when you turn on that delay. For this to sound good, it has to be, I'll say this till I'm blue in the face, has to be synced to the BPM of the song. So that needs to be synced to 107 BPM, I think is what we're at. It's just going to be mushy and frustrating and kind of messy if you try to tap that in all the time. It's just not going to be great. So I am so pro setting those tempos. Chorus, right? That's verse 1. So let's go to the first chorus. This could be played straight, like 3 notes rhythmically, or it could be bum ba bum bum. Whichever comes most natural to you that you feel like you can play in time is what I would do. For me, it's unfortunately the busier one feels more natural to me. So I'm going to play the chorus kind of like this. No extra charge for the mistakes there. But that's the chorus. It kind of repeats or whatever. The other stuff's just chords in there that I think anyone could pick out. Let's go to verse 2. Verse 2 also has a little bit more of that busy picking. Like where verse 1 was just, right? Verse 2 has more of a kind of feeling to it. I turned on a vibrato. I turned off my delays. I turned on a vibrato effect. And that part, verse 2 part, is very similar to verse 1, but it's not exactly the same. The opening chord voicing is a little different. Verse 1 was, and verse 2 is, those are your notes. And it sounds like this. Actually just messed that up. But you get get the idea, and you get the picture of like where it's at roughly on the neck and stuff, and where to pick it out. So there you go. Again, no extra charge for those mistakes. They're yours for free. Moving on, let's talk through the bridge. Loop, mono on, reverb on. So I'm turning my drive back on just for the bridge and stuff. Turning some delays back on. My vibrato, actually I need to turn off. All right, so here we go. The bridge part is, I think it's like a pog, or there's 2 octaves kind of playing a similar part or something. Sounds gnarly. It sounds really cool in tracks. So if you have a tone that you can make real just soupy and octavey, that'd be probably pretty cool. But if you have to choose to play it low or play it high, I'd play it high, just thinking live and what the EG1 part is. I would play it up here. Right? Then the back half walks down. And so I want to slow that down for you so that you can pick it out. And then walking it back down. So there's one like slide in that spot on that one note, coming down, descending. So also, just for what it's worth, like the last 2% kind of thing, on the A side of that bridge part, that note, I might let those 2 notes ring together. I also might let this note ring out a little bit into that note, which will be dissonant, but depending on your like overdrive effect and stuff, like it might sound cool to go. I don't know. Sometimes that dissonance is pleasing to me, and sometimes I'm like, ugh. So I'm gonna play with that. I also might go. Sorry. I might do those 2 notes together. So I don't know. I'll play with it, but either way, if you're doing like octave generator or pog type of thing and heavier effects or something, then you might just want to leave the single note on there. That's the whole song. That's how I voiced it. You can see it on the fretboard there. Hopefully that will help some of you out there. Have a good one. Bye.